So tell me if you can see my screens.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to start our slideshow. Now, I'm Coach Bob McCraney. I have been a coach with Tom Ferry. It'll be 10 years in January.
Wow.
So yay. And I started when I was 20. So laugh at me, laugh with me, it's all good. This session I'm doing is based off of things I've learned while getting my second master's degree in digital marketing management. These, by the way, are my digits if you need to get a hold of me. I'm on Facebook all the time, Instagram occasionally. And yeah, you can take pictures or get the slides later if you want. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I have 5 rules for a Bob McCraney presentation. Okay. 1, I talk fast, so listen fast, or laugh with me, laugh at me. I don't care which one. This is not strenuous. We should just relax and have fun. This is how I run my business. It doesn't have to be like this is the only way. If you had 4 other people on a panel with me, you'd have 4 wrong opinions in mine, but that's different. It's okay. Okay. Thank you for laughing. That was the first joke.
Yes.
5, if I'm sharing screens and passwords and you see something you don't like, because that'll be the moment somebody posts something on Instagram that like, oh my God, I can't believe you. Just ignore it. I have no control what comes up if I'm live sharing. So don't get all bent out of shape because somebody posted something you do or don't care and whatever. Okay. Agreement?
Agreed.
Okay. And who just logged in with the iPhone 567? Who's looking up at the ceiling right now? Who do we have that just joined? I see you turn your camera off. You're muted, my love. Okay, well, they muted and turned their camera off. So whoever you are, we care and appreciate for you. But we don't
Sorry, I didn't know I was on camera. I'm on a walk. Going on a
What's
walk.
your
Sorry. I'm Kristen.
Kristen, and what part of the world are you in?
I'm in the Bay Area, California.
Kristen with a K or a C?
Kristen.
In Bay Area, California. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Okay, going
Okay.
mute. Sorry.
That's okay. As long as you can see the phone, that's important. Okay, so I want to dissect what is marketing because I think we use terms universally we should not use. By the way, ChatGPT made these lovely logos for me. Putting a sign in front of a home is advertising. Okay, by the way, ChatGPT also did the banana realty sign. I'm super proud of it. Putting a sign in front of a home is advertising. Putting a logo on your car or sending out mailers is promotion. Getting featured in a news report is publicity. Doing Popeyes and holding client events is public relations. Okay. Doing listing presentations and buyer services is the only time you're actually being salesy. It's the only time you're actually doing the sales. Okay. Putting them all together is marketing. Okay. We talk about these terms universally and we should talk about them separately. Okay. Now, what is digital marketing? Digital marketing is putting your logo or a link on your profile or buying online ads. That's actually advertising. When you promote your listing and run your website, that's promotion. When you get featured on a podcast or a blog, that's publicity. When you get and respond to online reviews, which everybody should be getting your online reviews, that's public relations. When you comment on a post, that's public relations. When you do online listing presentations and online buyer presentations, that's when you're doing sales. Putting it all together is digital marketing management. We use these terms interchangeably and we should not. And when somebody tells me, oh, I don't want to do that, I don't want to seem salesy, I'm like, unless you're doing the actual presentation of the listing agreement, you're not doing sales. You're doing one of these other categories. Okay? They don't teach these other categories in real estate school, do they? No, they do not. So let's talk about the 2 streams of content we as real estate agents should be doing. 1 is, hi, I'm a realtor. 2 is, I've got a property. I've got an open house. I've got something coming up. We forget sometimes to do the I'm a realtor and we focus strictly on house. They need to see who we are, that we like dogs or cats, that we go to the gym, that we have a life, and the realtor needs to be a steady hum, and then we pulse when we have a property. And I'll get into that a little bit later here. There are the 4 P's in marketing. If you've taken any marketing course, they cover the 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. Now, when we have the house, we cannot necessarily control the product because it might be a 1960s ranch and it has not been fixed since grandma moved in. Okay. We don't necessarily control the price. We can influence the price. You could list your home at $600,000, not 800,000. But if they pick 800,000, we have a choice whether or not we take that listing, right?
Hmm.
So we can't control product. We can't really control price. We can control promotion because how we promote the house is up to us as real estate agents. We cannot control the place of the property, can we? No. It's built where it's built. But the second thing we're doing, now that's the I have a house side of advertising. Our side of advertising about real estate, we can control our product because we are the product. And what the services we provide are the product we're advertising there. We certainly can control our price because we work for a certain commission. I'm not going to tell you what that should be, but we work for a certain commission and not below it. And we know how to defend our commission. Yes? Yes and yes? Okay. We know how to promote ourselves as real estate agents. And we certainly know where our place is. Okay? Because we define our geography of where it's too far to drive and where it's just right in our niche and where we want to be. We define our place. So the 4 Ps for us as real estate agents, we control. The 4 Ps for the houses we sell, we don't have full control over that. Does that make sense? Okay, so how we do this is important, okay? We have to identify the customer need, create the value, that's our unique selling proposition, communicate our value, deliver on that value, and exchange that value for cash and money at closing. Okay. The old adage in marketing was half the money I spend in marketing is wasted. The problem is I don't know which half. With digital marketing, we have much better controls over where the money goes and seeing what the reaction is. Okay. So digital marketing gives you actually better leverage over your dollar. Okay. So there are different types of digital marketing we need to consider here. Number one is search engine marketing. And search engine optimization of your website. If you have not done that, book a tech hour with me, we'll talk. Pay-per-click marketing is also in there. I'm going to add in here because we don't have it in here is, generative AI marketing needs to be added to this slide. Social media marketing, which we should all be on a social media of our choice. And there are brand new social medias coming out right now. Email marketing, content marketing, which is blogging basically. Affiliate marketing. Does your lender ever send you somebody to close? Does your insurance person see? And of course, we think those are funny because no lender ever really gives us a lead. We give the lender a lead. So let's just be honest about it. But having those affiliates out there, and those can be unpaid affiliates, like your sister is bringing you her friend. That's kind of affiliate marketing. Okay. We have video marketing, which everybody should be doing videos. Yes. And then mobile marketing, which is geared more towards your mobile devices. That can be things like geofencing an area, things like that, so that people in that area get the ad because their phone is registered there. So let's understand digital consumers. We all have one of these, right? Glued to our head. Okay, it's $1,000 phone. It's not $1,000 pager, people. It actually picks up and talks to people. And I know that's annoying to some, but it's $1,000 phone, not $1,000 pager. Digital consumers are always connected. Digital consumers are always connected. Okay, they are information savvy. They value speed and convenience. Okay. If your website is slow as Christmas, nobody's going to sit, but it's so pretty. It's slow. Nobody's going to come to it. Okay. They expect personalization. They want to be addressed by their name. They want to be, have their details remembered. Okay. They are multi-channel and multi-device. Say that with me. They are multi-channel and multi-device. They will find you on Instagram and then find you on YouTube and then search for your website. And they'll do it on their computer and on their phone and on their tablet. They are multi-channel, multi-device. Okay? We are all this, but we just don't think about it. They have a very short attention span. 3 of you have already probably tuned me out. They just don't pay attention anymore because we have TikTok, which is 45 seconds and flash on to the next thing. And our attention spans have been getting smaller and smaller. They are privacy conscious. Some people are very privacy conscious. They lock down their socials and everything so you can't find them. And they are experience oriented. Okay. They will remember how Renee made them feel on the transaction, or they'll remember how Anne helped them during the situation. That's where you're getting your earned media on that, how you make them feel, the experience of working with you. Okay. Many small to medium enterprises do not plan beyond the day-to-day survival. So this is why knowing what your marketing is and what you're going to do with it is so critical, so that you understand what marketing actually can help you. So planning beyond the day-to-day survival, 72% do not take any action in response to future trends and crises. Okay, so let's think about this. If we put our brain to it right now, were there any crises going on in the world we should be thinking about? Yeah, probably. Okay, so Next we have, and I'm sorry, I just see you came on here and you're listed. What's your name? I'm sorry. Is it Charlotte?
Charlotte. Charlotte.
Nice to meet you. And what part of the world are you in?
I'm a Carrie coaching person, real estate world.
No, honey.
Is that
What part of the what part of the world are you living in?
Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia. I grew up there.
Yeah.
Springfield. Yes. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Okay. So we need to think about what is our brand? What are the strategies we do and what are the tactics under those strategies? Most of us are throwing tactics at the wall. Okay. I did an open house this week. I put a mailer out. I'm going to do some cold calls. I'm going to call expireds. Great. Those are tactics. But unless they come under a brand and a strategy, we don't know what that tactic is supposed to do. Each of you should be able to define for me why somebody would hire you. Okay, if I put you on the spot right now, which I'm not going to do, and I said, hey, tell me why somebody hires you. You need to be able to tell me why you're different because, oh, I don't have it in front of me. Oh, dang it. Hold on just a minute. If I sell you this mouse or I sell you this mouse, people think that computer mice are substitutable, right? They're a little different. One's got a shine, one's just not. They're pretty much the same thing. I could sell you either mouse and you'd be happy, right? People think real estate agents are substitutable. If I can't get Ann, I can get Sandra. And if I can't get Sandra, I'll get Charlotte. And if I can't get Renee, I'll get, because, you know, realtor, they're just all dime a dozen. They're all the same. We need to differentiate why you're different and why people should walk across 3 other agents to get to you. That's your brand. Your brand needs to be something quick and simple. You can say, drop the mic and walk away. And when you drop the mic and walk away, they chase you to be their agent. They chase you to be their agent rather than you are substitutable for any other computer mouse out there. After we get your brand, then we develop strategies. And under those strategies, then we put in the tactics of open houses, making phone calls, doing postcards, and it all serves the brand. And right now, what we tend to do is we just flail around with our tactics and hope something works. Is this making sense? Okay, so there's this graph here of things you can do, okay? Awareness versus purchase, emotional versus rationale. This graph is good, and by the way, I'll send these slides out if you want me to, about what you can do to try to educate people, entertain them, inspire, or convince them. And there are different parts of the sales funnel that each of these work towards. These are just different tactics you can employ, and it talks about what they do along those tactics. So let's talk about the 3 types of media that we have. Everybody has 3 types of media. Okay, first we have our owned media. This is our website. These are our social media channels. These are the things that we are in control of. We dictate what the message is going to be, and we are in absolute control and responsibility for our owned channels. Okay, this is our postcard campaign. This is our newsletter. We are doing this. This is mine, and it's mine to talk on. Then we have our paid media. Very similar. I'm paying for it. Somebody else is probably helping me put the ad out, but I control the content and I control the reach and the spend on it. Then we have earned media. We do not control earned media, but we can influence it. This is our reputation in the world. This is what people say about us. This is, you know, getting that referral from your sister's best friend's cousin who heard about you and loves you, or conversely, who does not like you and sends you somewhere. The earned media is important, but we don't control it. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so we have 3 types of media. I want you to think about how we spend each one and what we do to get each one. Owned media is for deep engagement. It's your website. It's creative. Did you need me to go back a slide, Charlotte?
No, I'm good.
This is kind of important to know, okay? And so your own media is for deep engagement, your website, your social media sites. Earned is for building trust. People always want to know, who do you recommend to take my car to? Who do you recommend as my real estate agent? Okay, it builds credibility. Paid is for targeting people, probably out in the world that you have not met yet. Okay, paid is to tailor your message to those folks. Now, come on, baby. Where's my next? There we go. The biggest new earned media out there is AI. The biggest new earned media out there is AI. We have to go teach each of these AI engines who we are. We can't count on them actually crawling the site and learning who's the best agent in Topeka. We have to go do introductions, and I can show you that probably in a different set of slides because may not have enough to do it today. But this is important to know that this is the next wave of earned media. Because when ChatGPT says, if you're looking for an agent in Seattle, Washington, you should call this person, that means a lot to them right now. Okay, so this is the next level of earned media. This is what's called the customer journey. Now it's very, lots of colors and lots of circles here. Anything that's got a white circle is your earned media. Most people will hear about you before they find you. Most people will hear about you before they actually contact you. They'll get a referral from a friend or they'll find out about you on an online ad of some sort, okay? So there's this journey here. Now this is set up for somebody who has a physical office and a website. So we may be more website than we are physical, but this is a good idea to think about how we get people into our customer journey. What is the first way they're going to relate to us? Is it going to be through our reviews? Is it going to be through a friend? Is it going to be through, something they find online? How do we get them into our funnel? Okay, and how do we work them down into the fact that they're going to buy? Okay, and this is something that takes a long time to develop and figure out. Your logo is not your brand. How many of us have a logo? Anybody? Nobody else has a logo? Okay, your logo is not your brand. It should reflect your brand, but it does not define your brand. Most people have the logo first and the brand second. The brand has to come first. Hey, Renee. And thank you. You have Scottsdale, Arizona, and I know exactly where you're at. So your logo should be reflective of your brand, not your brand. And for the love of God, please stop using rooftop logos. If you got a rooftop in your logo, I went to Summit one year and collected 200 cards all with rooftops. Let's get away from that. Let's come up with something a little bit more unique. Okay. Best practices in your campaigns. Define your core message and what you're trying to say. What is if you're just sending out a postcard, what is the postcard going to say? What is it trying to communicate? Okay. What is it trying to evoke? What's the purpose of the postcard? What is it trying to provoke? And I'm using postcard right now, but this applies to any sort of campaign. Is it authentic to your brand? Is this postcard we're sending out authentic to Melissa's brand as a real estate agent? Or is it so off field and outside that it's going to kind of break the brand? Okay. Consistency. Does it maintain the same message across multiple platforms? Are you echoing the same thing in this postcard that you say in your social medias, that you say on your website? Is it all part of the same cogent idea? Okay. And what's the emotional appeal? People love puppies and kittens. Put a puppy in front of a house, sell the house. I wish I could, get a whole basket of kittens and put it in the living room and take a picture of the house. Who wouldn't want to buy that? I'm allergic to cats. I shouldn't do that. But the point is that does it have an emotional appeal? Does it have a clear call to action? Okay. If you're sending out marketing does not have emotional appeal, clear call to action, and is consistent with your brand, you're breaking your brand. Okay. Make sense? By the way, if you have questions, interrupt me along the way. Don't mind at all. So there are 4 types of advertising campaigns that we covered in our classes, and I want to go over them. The first is blitzing. Blitzing is we're going to have our message everywhere all at once for a certain amount of time, and then that goes away. Now, for me, Wicked, okay? Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo on every TV show, every platform, they're everywhere all at once. And when Wicked is over, you won't see that anymore. But it's a great blitz. It's probably one of the best blitzes I've seen in ages. And they are literally covering every screen they can find. Has everybody seen them do something? Because they're just everywhere. It's a great blitz campaign. Now, then you have the continuity campaign. It's a constant hum in the background. You just always know about that product, but it's not like a big, no, it's just we're going to remind you that Cottonelle is a toilet paper that you should like the little Cottonelle bears and go buy Cottonelle, toilet paper. They never have like a big campaign, but they got this little cute program going in the background. Okay. Then you have things that are called flighting. It's a pulse and it goes away, but it's not a pulse that goes away forever. It's a pulse that comes back. It's every once in a while, we're going to have this pulse again. Okay. And for me, that was Toyotathon. Toyotathon, I think, happens twice or 3 times a year. I don't remember, but you'll have Toyotathon and then it goes away for a while. Okay, so they're doing flighting, where it's not an event that will go away forever like Wicked will. It's going to happen multiple times a year. And then you have the combination of what they call pulsing here, but it's a continuity campaign, that constant hum and pulsing in the middle of it. For me, that was McRib is back. And then McRib goes away, but you still hear about McDonald's. This is what we should be doing as real estate agents. We should have that little pulse, I'm sorry, that constant hum of, hey, I'm a real estate agent. You should hire me. Here's my dog. Here's my family. I'm having a great time. I'm a real estate agent. And then house and house and house is our pulsing there. Okay. We do really well sometimes with one and not the other. And depending on the agent, they'll do a little bit of this and not a lot of that. And so we got to work that out so that we always have that constant hum about us and our lives and our real estate practice. And then we have house come up. Does that make sense? Okay. We get off balance very quickly in our advertising because we don't have a full-on strategy. We're just running after trying to sell this property this week and get all the marketing out for it, and we forget this side. Or we're so focused on this side, we don't really put much out about one or the other. Okay. So radio took, who still owns a radio? Radio took 38 years to get to 50 million users. Okay. TV took 13 years. The web took 3 years. Facebook took 1 year. Twitter took 9 months to get to 50 million users. Who do you think broke this record? Anybody? Unmute? Anybody? Hello?
I was just going to say ChatGPT.
Angry Birds, 35 days. Now, who beat Angry Birds? Anybody? Pokemon Go, 19 days. I say this to tell you the next wave has not been developed yet. The next wave, we don't even know what the next major trend will be. And when it comes, it's just going to hit like a ton of bricks. Okay. So if you don't have a well-developed strategy on one of the platforms now, okay, let's grab a platform and go for it because we don't know what the next big platform is going to be. Okay. So there are 4 types of things we're looking at right now for the future, which are virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, and extended reality. So a good example of each of these follows here. Virtual reality is going to be, skip that one. Augmented reality is where you hold up something and then it's going to superimpose like a piece of furniture into the picture. Who's done virtual staging? If you do that sort of thing, it's taking a picture and then superimposing something into it. That's augmented reality. I think Disney does this very well. Sometimes if you're standing in the park and you look a certain direction, you can superimpose items into your pictures as you go. Would you buy this property if you knew it could look like that? When you have a dog of a listing, and this is not a dog of a listing, but if you have a dog of a listing and you can make the buyer understand what it would look like, that's using virtual reality. I'm sorry, augmented reality to do that. Okay. Now, this is pure on virtual where you're wearing the goggles. I've never done this myself, I'll tell you that. And this is where you get a lot of funny videos where the dad accidentally punches the TV or mom falls over because she thinks she's walking and she, do this at your own risk, have your own insurance policy. But this is full on virtual reality. Okay. Then you have immersive reality. Who's gone to the Monet or the Van Gogh where they just broadcast it in full color around you as you walk through the room? Anybody done that?
I have.
Okay. What did you think of it?
It was super cool.
Yeah. Now, what would happen is if we want to show a client a house, we can superimpose the house around them in this room. We can move a wall. We can change the paint color. We can retexture the countertops. We can do things in the room for them and they can be in the space. What would happen if we could do that in a VR where they're just like looking at it this way and walking through the house? What would happen if we could change, with augmented reality, we can change one little part of it, but not all of it. How do we change the future of real estate using this technology? We don't know yet, by the way. That's what my thesis is going to be on. Okay. Components of digital marketing activation. We have to have content creation and distribution. This is going to be your website. This is going to be your blogs. This is going to be your social media channels. We have to have search engine optimization, and I will add to that, we now have to also have AI optimization. Social media engagement, which you all should be checking your social medias and seeing, excuse me, somebody just drove by real loud. How many people are actually, liking, commenting, and sharing your posts? And are you liking, commenting, and sharing other people's posts as well? Okay. Pay-per-click advertising. I don't run my own pay-per-click. I have somebody who understands that a little bit better run it for me. Influencer partnerships. Now, most of us think of an influencer partner is somebody who's famous, who's like, hi, I wear this perfume and you should wear this perfume too. That's a standard influencer campaign. But in your local market, go on social media, go to the chat group in your Facebook. If you live in Seattle, hypothetically, and there's a Seattle moms group, go find the chattiest person in that group, the one who posts every day about something. Take that person to coffee, get to know that person, and then let them talk about you. That would be an influencer. That would be a micro influencer. If there's a what am I trying to say? A garage sale group or a kids group or a mom's group or whatever group you can find for your local area, go find that person who's the chatty Cathy on that and go take them to coffee. Let them start talking about you. Let them be a micro influencer. Okay. Now, the last one is interactive content. People love to take polls. People love to choose between 2 or 3 items. People love to, what's your favorite song from the 80s? And they'll comment on that shit. Oh, pardon my French. They'll comment on that every day because that's what they want to tell you about themselves. Let them have interactive content on your social. Okay. So who's ever bought anything on a social media site? I did. It was a mistake. Clothing on Facebook does not look like clothing when it shows up. It looks like something else. It was horrible. Now, social commerce began in 2007 with Facebook having sales on their site. Okay. Then Facebook had the buy it now button. Instagram launched with shoppable posts. TikTok and Shopify came in 2020. By the way, the TikTok shop is amazing for selling things. TikTok shop, if you're a small business or whatever, that's incredibly important for you to be on TikTok. Instagram had affiliate influencer links. Snapchat created a marketplace. Pinterest has shoppable pins. These are all important sites to be on. What's going to happen when we can buy a house on a social media site in the future? What's going to happen when you can log in and find something in Scottsdale that Renee put on TikTok and buy it? That could be 5 years away. It could be 10 years away. It could be tomorrow. Because we know that there are disruptors in our world, right, who are trying to sell things out from under us. So who's seen a sales funnel like this? Okay, top of funnel. Top of funnel is awareness. I have to like wave my arms and shake the flags and get you to look at me. I got to get your eyes over to me, okay? Then I have to say something interesting. Interest level, I have to, once I've got your eyes, I've got to get your ears. I've got to get you listening to what I'm saying and reading about me and understanding who I am. Then you make a decision. You know, he's kind of funny. He's a little short and dumpy, but we kind of like him. Let's see if we can work with him. Then they become a client. This is when we do our showings, our contracts, our repair amendments. We don't get paid till blue. We are a volunteer up until blue. Okay? We don't get paid till the best 2 words in real estate, closing and funding, right? Then we have retention. We hope that they bring their friends and family back up to the prospect level and come back through the funnel. It costs between 5 to 25 times more to get a new client than it does to retain an existing client. So if you don't have a retention drip system, you're cutting yourself short. Okay? I want you to realize that your social media platforms help with the first 2 levels and the bottom. Your social media platforms help with the first 2 levels and the bottom. Okay? So whatever, if you're an Instagram star, I love you. Great. How are you then dripping on them in the middle? Okay, if you're great on TikTok, I love you. You're wonderful. You're great at top of funnel. How are you retaining and converting? Okay, what we need to do is have our website, our conversion engine, our CRM connected at all levels because it will help you at all the levels. The socials are the top 2 and the bottom. This is everything. Okay, and I have my favorites in this list, but you know, I try to put every brand I could think of there so that nobody knows who my favorites are. Your social media sites all need to be focused on your website. Your social media sites all need to be focused on your website. Facebook converts better than any of them in this regard. The reason is Facebook allows, when I do a post about a house, I can put the link to that house in a Facebook post. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts do not allow you to have live links. You have to say, oh, go look at my profile for the link to this house. Few people ever go back and look in your profile and get your link tree and go to that house. Facebook converts better when we look at the statistics. Instagram and TikTok are better for selling on app. rather than referring you to another site. Unless you are a seller on TikTok or Instagram, when they do give you a little bit better, but we're not at the level usually to have a seller account. Okay. Who's ever read the Social Styles Handbook? Okay, I want you to write that down. Social Styles Handbook. It's an easy read. It's about, I want to say 50, 60 pages. It's a small book. Should be, it's more than a pamphlet and not quite a book. Social Styles Handbook breaks down 4 personality types that we should know about. The first is analyticals. Analyticals love charts and graphs. They're always in their head. They don't talk that much. They're a little introverted. They don't do anything. They don't start a project till they know where it's gonna end. They have what we call analysis paralysis because, you know, I can't get started yet because I got to think of all the permeations of what can happen. Okay, and when they're mad at you, you will never see it coming because they have plotted your demise to the nth degree. Drivers, we're quick. We've already made our decision. We don't need to talk about it anymore. I've already moved on. I'm talking about something else now. Let's not. I don't want to revisit. I know exactly what to do. They come off as rude, but they're in their own head and they already know what they've already made their gut decision and they're going forward. And they're always in charge. Okay. And when they're mad at you, they'll just walk up and say, Sandra, I'm mad at you. And they'll walk away. And you'll be like, what the hell was that? But they're already done. They're past, they're driving on. Expressives. Oh my God, I want to sit down. Let's have some more wine. I want to hear about your vacation. Tell me where you are in Northern Virginia. What's going on? Let's just talk some more. I want to see all your pictures. Let's chat it out. And by the way, if I'm upset, I'm going to explain to you in detail why I'm upset. And then I need you to explain in detail that you understand what I'm talking about. And then we're going to talk some more about it. We just love to talk. Amiables. I don't care, wherever you want to go is fine. I just want to be in the center and be loved and hugged. I don't want conflict. Whatever you think is best, let's just do that. But I really do have my own opinions, but I don't want to express them because they might seem like you might not like me if I do. When I'm mad at you, I'm going to tell my friend I'm mad because you should know you hurt my feelings, but I don't want conflict. Where are you on this list? Anybody want to volunteer? Where are you on this list?
I'm a driver.
Okay. Anybody else? Be brave.
I'm a driver and expressive.
Okay. We normally have a dominant in a secondary. I'm an expressive who goes driver. Sandra?
Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place.
We all have a bit of each one. What's your dominant?
My dominant is probably expressive because I
Okay.
really like.
I'm an expressive who goes driver. I'm sorry, Charlotte, did you want to ring in?
No, I'm an expressive. But
Okay.
I do have a lot of the driver.
I'm an expressive who goes driver. So in this stress situation, I will take over, tell everybody what to do, and then we need to talk about it for a while, about why I took over. Okay. You will normally be in a relationship with your diagonal opposite. Okay. And that's fine. You have to, when you're in front of let's think about you're going to a seller meeting and you're trying to get them to sign the listing agreement. Figure out quickly which one in the room is in charge. And it could be the analytical. Analytical may be married to an amiable. You have to figure out the personality types and then modulate yourself to that personality type. If you're dealing with a driver, give them quick notes, highlight everything, and just walk away and let them have it. If you're sitting there with an amiable, talk about how much you love their house. They love to be loved and liked. Don't be false about it, but make them feel good about working with you. If you're with an expressive, just pour a cup of tea and sit there and let them tell you everything. And just take that time with them and let them tell you all about themselves. Modulate your personality style to them as much as you can without being fake. Okay? What I want you to realize is these social media sites are aimed at different personalities. We force everybody into Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You might be really good at Pinterest. You might be really good at Meetup. You might be really good at one of these other sites. And by the way, with the schism going on in America, I don't think that's a shock. There's a schism going on in our country. There are new social media sites coming up on the left and the right that are not already dominated by a real estate agent in your area. Look at Blue Sky. Look at Truth Social. Look at whatever meets your ideology. Look at those and go be the realtor on that site before somebody else gets on. It's really hard to make an impact on TikTok and Instagram right now because everybody's on there screaming. Yes, somebody's already the lead agent in Topeka, Kansas. Great. I'm not saying don't go on there, but I'm saying find your own. You can be a big fish in a smaller pond and make more money than always pushing things towards Instagram, TikTok, which are fine platforms. Do it if you want. The other thing to consider is YouTube Shorts. I love YouTube Shorts right now. I'm investing heavily myself in YouTube Shorts. The same stuff you put on Instagram, TikTok can go on YouTube Shorts. Substack is a Facebook replacement. It's kind of a Facebook, Twitter replacement together. So that's one that I'm also trying to get involved with as well. But each of these have a different personality type that they're kind of aimed towards. And so if you personally do not like being on one of Instagram or Facebook or whatever, pick one of these other sites and go dominate it. Okay, so this is the Social Styles Handbook. Did you write down the name of that book? Social Styles Handbook. I want you to order it today. It's probably less than $10. Now, who's the Certified Residential Specialist, CRS? Does anybody have their CRS designation other than me? Anybody? Okay. In Certified Residential Specialist, we have four different categories, but they line up pretty similarly. Okay. A socially conscious person will want to buy a home or buy a product that falls into their socially conscious idea. Okay, that can be buying a home with solar panels or a Tesla charger or whatever it has, xeriscaping. If it meets their social conscious idea, they will pay more for the product. Okay, then you have your achiever. Your achiever wants something nobody else can have, a gated community, golf course. They want something you can't get because I've achieved this position and you can't. Every home in the neighborhood is different styles. Everything's unique because I need to show you I've gotten something. Emulator. Emulators want to be in the trend. They want to be in the mixed use community. They want to have the best car, the flashiest new iPhone. They're dressed to the nines. They're sometimes in debt up to their eyeballs, but they're emulating the lifestyle they see. They're not achievers yet, but they want to look so suave and so fashionable and so amazing. Great. Love you. They're going to be downtown in the mixed use community. Belongers. I just want to be in the middle and be hugged. I want to be in an area that has churches and schools and parks and everybody can come over for Thanksgiving. I want to be the middle of the family and the hub, and we love you. Those are great people, okay? But they want to buy something where the houses all look kind of similar, where everything's the same and predictable, and the sun rises every morning over the spring flowers. We love you people. Think about these websites also belonging to them. If you're selling a home that's in a belonger community, don't put it on TikTok or I'm sorry, don't put it on Twitter or whatever it's called today. Don't put it on a site that goes to a driver. Okay. If you're selling something that's an achiever home, don't put it on Pinterest. They're not going to be on there liking your boards. Think about where you're advertising, both for yourself as a realtor and the pulses you're doing for houses. Think about what platform you would really need to put that product on. Does that make sense? These are 4 examples of the different styles of houses I'm talking about. The achiever house has solar panels. I'm sorry, the socially conscious house has solar panels. Probably has rainwater reclamation. We don't even see that in the picture. Achiever. This is somebody who's got a house that you can't possibly afford because I'm better than you. I achieved this. Emulators are going to be downtown. They're going to be in that walkable community where they can go to the 3 Starbucks that are all in the basement of the place and have their little gym and fitness. And I love those people too. Belongers are going to be in the traditional community. They're going to be near the church and the house and the park and everything. And they're all just going to, they know all the kids on the street for Halloween night, and they've got special treats for each one. Does this make sense? Who you're sitting across from, what style of home we're pitching, where we should advertise that home, and on what social media we should advertise that home too. This is all a strategy. Don't be random about how you set this up. Okay. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Who's got questions? Who's got ideas? By the way, I see there's something in the chat, but I don't look. A Social Styles Handbook, Renee. I don't remember the author. I should have it just beside me at all times. Who's got questions, comments, ideas?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Could you go back to slide 54, please?
Oh my God, you know the numbers. Nobody's asked for a specific slide.
Awesome. Thank you so
see it?
much. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Now, this is my slide. People may disagree with me on this, but this is how I came up with where would I put certain things. By the way, Nextdoor is a great little platform. If you don't mind, Stephanie down the way telling you about all the cats and dogs that are escaped and the person walking down the street she doesn't like. But if you find the right person on there, you can make some connections and get a micro influencer. Who else has questions or ideas? And going once. Going twice. Who's going to take any of this and use it?
I do
Okay.
have a quick question. The
Sure.
Social Styles Handbook, there's two different ones, and one of them, I mean, they have two different authors.
Hold on just a second. It should be a red cover.
One's a red cover with some yellow on it. The other one's kind of a burgundy color. Probably can't see it on my phone.
No, hold on. It's going to be this one. That's the one. When I first got into coaching, Coach K Fairchild put us onto this, and it was like, it made sense. Oh my God, the way we intuitively work with people, okay, but now I understand how I should work with them. You have that person you're always frustrated with, no matter what they say, they just grate your nerves. They're a different personality type than you. Doesn't mean they're bad or worse. Oh, we hate them. We do. We'll hate them with you. But that sort of person is just a different personality type. Okay, I'm an expressive, but I get frustrated with expressives who talk over me. I'm talking. You shouldn't. Why? We should share the floor. And they're like, they push me off the floor because they need to express. And I have to take a minute and go, okay, that's about them. Other people who drive faster than I drive, like, and I don't mean like in the car, but they like come to a quick decision. Sometimes I'm a good follower and sometimes I'm a little rebel. And I'm like, no, I want to drive too. So we have to learn how to share the decision making and modulate to their decision making style. Who's ever had a seller who just like they're stuck on their price and they're not coming down from it because they're an analytical or a driver and they know exactly what they want. And the analytical may not explain their plan to you, may not explain why they think their house is worth, $50,000 more than what you want to list for. But in their mind, they've got a plan. The question is, what is your plan? You should look at them and say, okay, what is your plan for selling this then at that price? How's your plan not working? Okay, any other thoughts or ideas? Otherwise, I will give you 15 minutes back.
I
Renee?
do have a question. So, on the AI, what do you have? Do you have any recommendations on how to like start training AI to feed us up to people?
Yes. Go introduce yourself. Go introduce yourself. Let me bring up something here. This is something I put in my Team Bob email each week. Just a second. Sorry.
What's your favorite AI platform?
I'm ChatGPT right now, but I'm getting in. Oh, Gemini I love. Grok is good. I'm sorry, Claude is good. I have not gotten into Grok yet. So you're all going to start out with, does anybody want to do this real quick? Share your screen.
I
Who
don't
wants to be a
mind.
guinea pig?
I
Okay,
don't
Renee,
mind.
share your screen. But everybody else is going to follow along on yours. You're all going to go to ChatGPT and sign in. Renee, let's go to ChatGPT. And
Okay,
there's a
hold
little
on.
green
Oh,
button.
wait a second. Hold on one second. I think I'm sharing the wrong thing.
Well,
Hold on.
thank you for sharing. Oh,
I was
look at you
taking
stealing
notes.
my slides. Look at you stealing my slides.
I was sharing, making notes.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I'm going to call the copyright attorney right now.
Wait, where am I?
Charlotte, do you know a good copyright attorney I can hire in Virginia?
I'm sure I can find one.
I'm not
Just
gonna do
throw a rock
anything with
at
it.
somebody.
I'm giving you shit. I'm giving you shit. Do you
I
remember the
can't
part about
figure
the
out
rules?
where.
Laugh at me. Laugh with me.
Hold on one second. I can't figure out where we are. It keeps
Well,
trying
you're
to
in.
share me something different. Hold on.
There we go. Can you go to a browser? Oh,
I'm trying to go to the browser, but all it's taking me to is all my Word documents. Oh, no.
maybe
Um,
close down the Word documents and just have the browser open.
okay, hold on one second.
Everybody else go to a ChatGPT window and we'll spend the next 12 minutes trying to get through this.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh,
Everybody
I
else
know
have your
why,
chat.
because I don't know why. That's so weird. I've never had this happen before.
Do you have a web browser open anywhere?
Maybe that might be what it is. I just opened one, so hold on. Share.
It can only pick from the things that are open.
Oh, there we go.
Melissa, are you still on?
All right, and now, so what am I doing? Going to my,
ChatGPT.
okay,
Okay. And be sure it's ChatGPT because sometimes there are other apps that do that. We're going to start a new, are you signed in? You are. Great.
Yep.
Start a new chat.
okay,
And everybody's going to type this. And when I pause, you're going to fill in your information. Hello, my name is, and put your name. And this is formal writing. First and last name, capitalization is important. Okay. Hello, my name is, period. I'm a real estate agent in, insert your city. Everybody following along? I've been in business since.
I think chat knows a lot of this already because I use it a
I
lot.
don't
but
care.
okay,
I
I've
don't
been
care if you think it
in
knows it. We're going to
business.
tell it. People hire me because
Oh, and I actually have uploaded all my reviews and I asked it to analyze.
please just follow along right now
Okay.
because we're training 10 people at once.
Gotcha.
And
People hire
while I
me.
love your individualized, yeah, people hire me because, yeah, if we were doing a one-on-one, that would be great. But right now I need to get everybody on the same trail. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I am, oh, I'm sorry, what's in this one? I am passionate about, and what is it in real estate you're passionate about? Not just, I like puppies. Something, what am I passionate about?
Yep.
Okay. I specialize in, and this could be first-time home buyers. It could be move up and down buyers. It could be foreclosures. What do you specialize in?
And then what was the last thing?
Oh, I specialize in.
Oh. Hmm.
What we're doing with this script is we're teaching AI about who we are. And it may know something about us, but it doesn't go crawl the internet. So we have to be sure, if we haven't done the level of work Renee's already done, we have to be sure that we're telling it who we are. So go ahead and finish that sentence.
Okay, so I'm worried about if I put in here, like normally I put a little bit more thought into it. I'm worried that if I don't take the time to put in here what I really want it to tell me,
Okay, that's
because
fair.
I'm under pressure, that I'm
Take
worried
that
that I'm
sentence
gonna
off. Take that
teach
sentence
it.
off.
I'm sorry?
Take that sentence back off then.
Okay.
And you've already done this part, but just follow with me here. My
Okay.
website can be found at, and put the www. Thank you for being a good team player here.
Oh, that's great. I don't think I've ever done that before.
www dot,
Oh, wait.
You have to put the www.
yeah. Not the HTTP, but the www. Okay, period.
Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm doing something real quick because
No, I'd rather you get it right. I'd rather you get it right. If you included the HTTPS, it wouldn't hurt, but right now we just need what we got.
okay.
Actually, with yours being a subdomain, it may not have the www. It may be different. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it is
It's a
I have
subdomain.
it hosted at Google. Hold on.
Okay, so go ahead and paste that after the word at. There we go.
Why is it not pasting?
I don't know.
There we go.
Paste.
Uh,
Okay. The last thing is going to be I'm most active on, and then you don't have to put the link, but which social media sites are you most active on? I'm most active on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whichever one you're active on. Put 2 or 3 of them if they're 2 or 3.
Instagram,
There's a
Facebook.
couple other questions I'm not going to give you because it's a little more detailed and you need to think through it, and I don't want to put you on the spot. but this is a basic introduction. And your goal is to put this on ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and Grok.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and hit the arrow and send that in. And it's going to
Okay.
come back and say, oh my gosh, Renee, great to meet you. Now, it created a new chat on the left-hand side, real estate agent profile.
Okay.
From time to time, I want you to come back into that chat and give it updates.
Okay.
Not a new chat, this chat.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the reason we do that is when you go to a new chat, it kind of forgets who you said, what you said in the other chats.
Okay.
Now, it will never directly quote you. It will never say Renee said this, that, and the other, but it has now learned about you where it can reference you later.
Okay.
Now, the one I'm going to give you here is write a blog post I can use to introduce myself to the public.
Oh, cool.
Write a blog post I can use to introduce myself to the public.
Mine already knows me and says, I'm always here to help, whether it's for your marketing or your Chardonnay with Charlotte.
Okay. Right
Should
now we're
I-
going through this if we've never done this. Okay, hit enter.
Should I ask it to, like, I've asked it to review my reviews in the past and help it recreate a seller, or not a unique
right now,
selling
Renee?
proposition? Should I ask it to do that too?
Renee, for right now, so that we can get everybody at the same level, please don't modify the prompts.
Okay.
We can do it later if we work one-on-one, but we
Okay,
got
cool.
10 or 12 people. We're trying to get everybody on the same page.
Okay, sorry.
I love your intuition here, but for this grouping, let's just stick to the script. So go
Okay.
ahead and hit enter.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You and I can work together individually and then we can do all the, I just don't want to lose people going,
No,
"Oh,
I
yeah."
appreciate it. No, I appreciate it.
Really cool. They do a lot. I did it.
Okay, now go to the bottom of this. You can hit the little down arrow because I got two more prompts to give you.
Okay.
So when this one's done, the next prompt will be turn this into a video script that I can make a video with. And I love it when ChatGPT gives you a video script because it'll be like, turn left, look passionately at the camera, insert music. It gives you all these like stage directions, which are kind of interesting. Okay, so this will be a script you can, by the way, you can use that blog post, but really what we're doing is we're getting it to think about us.
Okay.
Okay. Now the last one, everybody write this one down. If you have not been writing anything else down, this is important. Ask me 10 questions, comma, one at a time, comma, so that you get to know me and my business better. Ask me 10 questions, comma, one at a time, comma, so that you get to know me and my business better. Ask me 10 questions, comma, one at a time, comma, so that you get to know me and my business better. You're going to take these 10 questions. By the way, it's going to ask you a question. I want 3 to 5 sentence answers, not one little like 3-word answers. 3 to 5
Okay.
sentence answers. When you're done with this, we're going to take question 1 and we're going to go to our Google Business Profile where you can put in questions and answers. And we're going to put 2 questions up a day with the answers we put in here.
Oh, cool.
And then 2 more questions a day. And by the time we do this with all 4 of the systems, we will have 40 different questions and 40 different answers to feed to our Google Business Profile and beef it up.
Cool. I like that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you working through that with me.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sorry to cut you off because I'm like, I know you
No,
want
I
to go
get it.
fabulous places, but I got everybody else to bring with me. So if you want to book one-on-one with me, just let me know. We'll just have some fun.
Thank you.
Okay. 3 minutes left. Are we good? Are we happy?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody going to use this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have a great afternoon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for not making me just talk to myself. And next time, don't take up the mic so much. I swear. Don't be
Thank you
so
for
tacky
filling
now.
in for Carrie. You were great.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you so
absolutely.
much.
This is fun.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you.